I've loved that since it was one of the first.
Semana.
No.
I can't.
Semana. La 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 la.
I actually cannot.
Semana. Semi.
Oh, can you imagine?
No, sorry, that's actually cute.
No.
Semi.
Por favor.
No, I love
Mana.
Hola a todos.
Welcome back to another episode of Hermosas Chicas Negras with your hosts, Paula.
Diane,
And Ayo.
your amigas en línea, here to keep you encouraged and accountable on your journey to Spanish conversational fluency.
That is right. So today we are coming at you with a bonus episodio. Estamos muy happy. This episode is going to be majority in español, more like Spanglish, right? Because, you know, hay unas palabras, there's some words that realmente no sabemos las palabras en español. Like there's some words that we don't know in español. So in terms of how this is going to go, we do have subtitles on this video. So definitely, you know, check the subtitles out. If you are listening on Spotify, we do have the download. But however, if you just want to join us on YouTube, just so you can enjoy the full experience, then, you know, jump over to YouTube.
Get the visuals.
Exactly. Hop over on YouTube if you haven't or done so already. So we have some preguntas y respuestas, ¿sí? So, Diane, over to you for the question.
Oh, just to mention, just so you know, we'll have our phones in our hands. It's just because we've got questions and, you know, like, you know, I just wanted to be prepared for the answers in español. So, yeah, just permit us for this episode.
Sí,
No problem.
claro.
Okay, las preguntas.
Sí.
So, la primera pregunta es, ¿qué es lo que más te hace reír? ¿Qué es lo que te más te hace reír?
Okay. Pues, ok, sí. Ok, sí. Mi respuesta, ok, realmente no tengo una cosa específica, pero generalmente yo misma, porque yo creo que estoy muy divertida y a veces porque soy una persona con mucha energía, no hay una cosa que es que ese es muy funny, ¿no?
Sí.
Entonces hay muchas cosas generalmente, entonces no creo que yo tengo una cosa específica. Sí,
vale.
¿Y tú,
Paula?
Para mí, mis amigos, amigas, mi novio.
Sí, claro.
I shouted novio. Mi novio. Y definitivamente mis hermanos. Especialmente mi hermana, Pamela. Like, we're like quite close in age. So, todos laughing like crazy. Loco. I don't even know how to say it in Spanish. But yeah, mi hermana.
Okay, para mí, para mí pienso que es mi familia, especialmente mi mamá, porque como tú dijiste, Paula, mi mamá y yo estamos muy parecidas. I think that's the word. Like we're very similar. Sí. Así que tenemos el mismo humor. Y ella me hace reír como nadie en el mundo, de verdad. Pero mi familia, definitivamente mi familia.
Ahora me siento como con vergüenza, ¿no? Porque
no,
tú dijiste tu familia, y para mí es como...
Tu padre, ¿no? Tu padre.
Sí, mi papá, sí. Yeah. Tienes razón, sí, gracias por Sí, gracias. Pero no decir esto a él, porque él es como, estoy muy divertida. Pero bueno.
No le diga. Vale, la segunda pregunta es, ¿de dónde son? ¿De dónde son?
Qué bonito. Soy pues vivo aquí en Inglaterra. He vivido aquí toda mi vida, pero originalmente mis raíces están de Nigeria. ¿Y tú, Paula?
Vale.
Al mismo, literalmente. Somos iguales,
como
literal. Somos iguales, ¿no?
Literalmente. Para mí, como ustedes, vivo en Inglaterra, en
Londres.
Sí. Pero mis raíces son de Jamaica y de Cuba, mi amor.
Jamaica.
¡Caliente!
Sí, es de mi sangre.
Pica.
Sí, pica mucho. The third question, la tercera es, ¿cuál es tu canción favorita en este momento?
En este momento.
Mi
favorito, mi española favorito canción es Millones. laughing because I say this all the time. Like, siempre. Mi unión es bye? Por Camilo.
Sí, Camilo.
Uh-huh. Qué bien. Pues ahora no tengo una canción específica. Uh-huh. Es más que me gusta las genres, ¿sí? ¿Cómo se dice genre?
No sé, I used to know this word and I've forgotten.
Pero sí, es como like genres, me encanta, o sea, me encantísimo.
Ok.
No sé si realmente puedo ser encantísimo, pero dime en el chat, hablo
porfa,
hispanohablantes, díganos, por favor. Pero me encanta la música.
I was right. Género.
Sí, me encanta el género de Afrobeats. Es mi como legwork. El
bailarina.
ritmo, sí. No sé por qué, pero cuando escucho el ritmo no puedo contenerlo. Es como necesito bailar.
Mírala.
Bailar.
Sorry, yeah.
Sí, y Afrobeat, sí. Me encanta.
Para mí, mi canción favorita española ahora mismo es Piel Canela por Ay Me Gorde y Los Panchos. It's a very old song. Part of el género se llama bolero, I think.
Okay.
It's like very like bien suave, bien cariñoso. Okay. Sí, me encanta. Piel Canela. Like, I love that song so much.
Hay una canción como cariñoso, muy, no sé, es muy viejo, creo que sí. No me acuerdo. Pero sí.
Vale.
Continúa.
The fourth question. ¿Alguna vez han tenido un apodo? ¿Qué es? So, yeah.
Realmente no. A veces, P. Mi nombre. Mi nombre es Paula.
Paula.
I mean, it's Paula, actually, but Paula. She was like, no, it's Paula. Con el actitud también, Paula. I was like, no. Actually. Paula. So, B. Mis amigos, occasionally.
I don't know
ocasiones.
Sometimes, a veces, let me just say what I know. A veces,
ocasionalmente, no sé
ocasionalmente,
yo no sé. Creo que
yo no
en
sé.
En español es P de enero. P money, baby.
P money.
So yeah, that's like a joking, like loving one, but just generally P.
Ah, qué bonito. Pues realmente no. Mi nombre completo es Ayodele. En mi lengua nativo, ¿sí? Entonces, realmente Ayo es mi nickname.
Sí,
más o menos, sí, porque sí.
Para mí, tengo la mayoría de mi familia y mis amigos me llaman D. Porque mi nombre es Diane. So,
con el apóstrofe, ¿no?
Sí.
The apostrophe.
Sí. No, sí, es la verdad, ¿no?
No, sí.
They don't say the
apostrophe.
Pero lo que estoy diciendo es que se llama es Diane, con el apóstrofe y an. Entonces, es más fácil sacar la letra D y nada más, ¿no?
D. La mayoría de gente me llaman D. O una de mis amigas me llaman DC o DC.
¿Cómo? Which is cute.
Sí, porque mi nombre en la mayoría de mis plataformas es Diane Kathleen, so DC.
¡Qué
DC
bonito!
girl. Sí.
DC, baby, DC.
Sí. La próxima pregunta es, ¿con cuántas almohadas duermen?
Ok, este tema estoy muy apasionada de esto. Solo uno. ¿Por qué? Porque cuando tengo... ok. Vamos a practicar.
Espera.
No.
Acabo de escuchar una. Like, I wasn't hearing you, and then I just, in my mind, heard
sí,
one.
claro que sí. Porque solo una. ¿Por qué? Porque estoy muy relajada con una. Pero si tengo demasiado, es un poco difícil por mi neck. Es demasiado. Pero sí, me duele mucho. Gracias, me duele mucho. Entonces, solo uno es perfecto. Ustedes,
Incorrecta.
claramente,
Respuesta incorrecta.
ellas tienen diferentes opiniones.
Mine is un poco, what do you say, rara.
Sí.
Rara.
Sí.
Un poco. 2, pero uno debajo mi cabeza.
Ajá.
Diles.
Y una de cuerpo.
What? ¿Qué?
Una en
¿Qué,
su
qué?
cuerpo.
¿Qué,
Yo
qué?
no
One
entiendo
behind my
por
head,
qué.
one on my chest, just to weigh me down.
And, wow.
In una cama,
Imagínate.
I want to be like, it's like a weighted blanket. So I have
Ay,
the heavy
Dios.
one on mi cuerpo,
Cuerpo, yeah.
on mi cuerpo, one behind mi cabeza.
I
It's
can't.
very nice, very comfortable. I
Interesante.
sleep
Qué
well.
raro.
Dormir.
¿Cómo está, like, suffocating? I don't
Más o menos es
understand.
que, ¿y cuando hay mucho sol en la noche? O sea, cuando hay mucha caliente, perdón.
Yeah.
Calor.
I have
Calor,
I have
gracias.
one leg out. Of
Ay, Dios mío.
Wow. Wow. Es muy interesante porque no lo
Ella
sabía.
saca la pierna y ya.
Just
Wow.
out. Just everywhere else is covered. Yeah.
Interesante. Sí, eso es una lección muy interesante porque no sabemos esto.
Yeah.
No
When would that ever
uno
come up in
al
conversation?
otro,
Yeah.
sí.
Yeah.
Qué interesante.
Pues para mí, como la mayoría de gente, como la mayoría del mundo,
No.
2.
Not mundo.
¿Por
Dos.
qué 2? Dime, ¿por qué 2?
¿Por qué no?
Porque sí.
Hay 2 partes de la cama,
Sí.
una acá, una allá, y ya.
Pero algunas
entiendo.
pero algunas de nosotros solo tiene un cama
Si es una cama
singular.
pequeña o singular,
¿sí?
una. Porque hay un
Yeah, but that's
espacio y
suffering.
nada
That's really
más.
suffering.
No,
No
no
está
es
sufriendo.
así. Ok, dime, para que yo entienda
Sí.
muy bien,
Sí,
aquí
sí.
es el, ¿cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice?
Almohada.
Almohada,
Ujú.
¿sí? Entonces, si hay una cama
Sí.
singular, tienes una.
Ujú.
Exactamente, mi
No.
punto.
Sí,
Mi
I
punto.
still have
sí.
those.
No.
Mi
Pero
punto.
cuando, pues, no te miento o no les miento. Estoy un poquito rara también porque es que entiendo que sí, duermo con 2 almohadas, pero duermo con una acá, pues, así,
Sí.
y la otra
La otra.
Deme.
te voy a demostrar así. Una acá,
Sí.
a yo, así, aquí está mi almohada, como
Sí.
a yo,
Ujú.
y mi abrazo,
Ujú.
no, mi abrazo,
Tu
brazo,
arm.
my
¿sí?
arm,
Arm.
my arm, está abajo de la almohada.
Ok.
So you
entiendo.
use the pillow
Sí.
as a person.
No,
Como
es
una
que
persona.
no me gusta tener, no es tener. I don't like to be hot
Okay.
when I sleep. Y porque solo duermo en una parte de la cama,
Mhm.
así que aquí está bien, tiene mucha calor.
Mhm.
So the other part of the bed doesn't. So I put my arm underneath that pillow because it's cool. That is literally it.
Más rara. Más.
Ok.
No es la más- You like to suffocate when you sleep.
It's defamation.
So no, yeah, but yeah, I it's a little weird.
That's quite an interesting question. I like that
it's
one.
a little weird, but yeah, too. But if it's a single bed, only one.
Sí, es porque yo tengo una cama singular, pero es muy alta.
No,
Mm.
even with una cama singular.
Sí.
2. The second one
Pero
you like
¿dónde?
hug.
Ay, Dios mío.
Okay,
Ella
como
quiere.
next question. Next question.
You know what? Yep.
Teddy
Next
bear, ¿no?
question. Next question, honey. Next question. ¿Cuál es tu cocina favorita?
Mi cocina favorita es comida de China, japonesa
¿Japonesa?
y
Recientemente.
recently
Sí.
Reciente.
No, está bien.
Re.
Sí.
Sí.
En.
Te.
Mente.
Why is it so hard?
Está
very
bien, para mí
easy.
también.
It's a hard
Esa
word.
palabra es muy
It's a hard
larga.
I don't know why I
word.
always pick words like that, but like
Está bien.
en este
Sí.
momento, vietnamesa,
Sí, tú dijiste.
Beautiful. Hermosa. Delicious. Delicioso.
Delicioso. ¿Y tú, ay, yo?
Qué bonito. Pues, comida favorita. No sé si tengo una comida favorita.
Okay.
Me gusta explorar, pero no demasiado. Por ejemplo, me encantan las dulces, cosas como, ¿cómo se dice dessert? Me olvidé. Postres, sí, me encantan los postres, pero al mismo tiempo me encanta spaghetti, en cualquier forma.
Pasta.
Sí,
Pasta.
el pasta, sí, cualquier forma, me encanta. Y me encanta arroz también, como fried rice, jollof rice, el arroz de chino, japonesa. Y sí, me encantan mis carbs. Arroz. Es por eso que mucho de tiempo estoy comiendo la comida muy saludable. Porque mi inclinación es comer muy carbs, ¿sí? Mucho carbs. Entonces, es por eso que necesito un balance.
Entiendo.
Feel good with it, though.
Gracias.
Entiendo.
Gracias.
Para mí, pienso que es muy, muy básica porque soy jamaicana, pero me encanta la comida jamaicana.
Sí.
Rice
and peas.
Everything.
The mutton and all of them thing there.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's
delicioso.
Sí.
Delicioso.
Ella dijo.
Delicioso.
Ella
es.
dijo,
Speak Spanish, I
delicioso.
No,
I'm
it's
so done.
delicious.
Sí.
Yeah.
Pero tenemos 2 preguntas más en español, pero porque yo puse una, ¿ok? So, ¿cuál es tu película o serie español favorito?
I'll jump in right here. in Netflix. That sounded really British. I don't say.
En Netflix.
In Netflix.
Yeah.
¿Sí?
La Reina del Flow. That show. Me encanta este película. ¿Por qué? No, that's film. Serie. Porque es muy interesante. Y me encanta música en general. Entonces, like really, I recently realized I really enjoy reggaeton, and like the whole show is based around that. It's also based in Medellin, in Colombia, and I love este país.
Ese
país. So I love the show, but I've been trying to get Diane to watch it.
Girl, honestly.
But her list is long, for sure.
It is.
So yeah, mi favorito es, mi favorita.
Pienso que es favorita.
Favorita es La Reina del Flow, or The Queen of Flow on Netflix.
That's good.
Sí, y la película también.
Pues sí.
En español. No tengo favoritos.
Yeah.
Sí.
Yo tampoco.
I don't really watch films.
No tengo
película ni serie.
Realmente no.
Vale, está bien. Si no tiene.
Ok, bueno, ¿en español o en general?
Español.
En
español.
No.
Ninguno,
no.
Vale.
En los últimos días, hace algunos días empecé a ver un documentary.
A ver.
Pero
What was Vele?
¿Qué dices?
Vale, was what I was trying to say.
Sí, pero generalmente no tengo las series.
Pienso que para mí, mi serie favorita es nuestra show. Betty en New York.
Claro.
Betty en New
York.
Me encanta.
Sí, Betty en New York. Fue la primera serie que vi de de México, pero es in the United States.
Yes.
Nueva
York.
Yeah, man. That was my fave. Like, my fave
So
telenovela.
Getting to the end. Oh, and it's
Girl,
beautiful.
it was so good.
La boda? Woo!
Girl, it was giving.
That episode,
the wedding was really
it was
giving.
beautiful.
Algo interesante. Ok, tengo unas pensamientos sobre esto. Empezaba ver serie, ¿sí? Pero en medio de mis ¿cómo? Estoy tratando gather mis pensamientos. Ok,
Sí.
bueno. Me di cuenta en mi caso, empezaba a tener esperanza por Betty para casarse con el hombre.
Yeah,
¿sí?
sí.
Y en la realidad no me gusta esta narrativo. Porque ahora soy soltera, ¿sí?
Yeah.
Y me di cuenta que inconscientemente no quiero que mis deseos es tener otro hombre que no es la mía.
Okay.
¿Sí? ¿Me explico?
I think I got it.
¿Sí? What do you think? ¿Qué crees?
The narrative that you were rooting for Betty to get with. I get that.
Sí.
But I don't think she was in the fault the most of the time. I feel like he was. So
sí.
I low-key didn't want them to end up together, but I think he had changed. Or that was the what they were trying to show is, like he changed. And yeah, you're right. I think for me, the weirdest thing was the actress, la actriz de Betty y la actor de
I don't remember his name.
Plutarco. No, Plutarco.
Plutarco es 100 días.
No, Plutarco. No.
Plutarco es de 100 días.
Oh my gosh, who's his name? Armando. Armando es
más.
¿Cuánta?
¿Cuántos? ¿Qué?
40. Sí.
Armando es 40 en realidad. La actriz de Betty es 20, 24 or 27 or something like that. I was like, no, 24 or 25. I was like, it's too much. I'm so sorry.
I'm
like
so
I know
done.
the actors and actresses, but I was like, I can't. It's too much. I had to really close my eyes to a lot of things. But no, I hear you. And I think because in my head it was just like, I'm using this as an educational resource as opposed to like active entertainment. But
no lo siento, estaba disfrutándolo. I wasn't really thinking like that. I was just literally enjoying the show.
Sí, es porque yo sé muy bien mí misma y sé que todas las cosas que vi tiene un impacto sobre mis pensamientos. Es por eso que para mí personalmente no vi tantas las cosas porque necesito guardar mi corazón y mi mente. Para muchas personas no hay un problema, pero sí.
No, entiendo. Y es bueno que sabes tú misma. Pues la última pregunta en español es que yo puse ahora mismo. That's why I was typing, because you're going to see me like typing in the thing. It's because I was typing this question. La palabra más difícil en español para ti.
Oh, wait, what? When was this added?
That's what I was saying. I was literally typing
it
just now.
Me encanta.
So,
una palabra, tengo muchos.
Pues,
the language.
Not the language.
El idioma.
Yeah. We'll say top two.
Okay. What was the one I was saying before?
Recientemente.
Say the word again. Recientemente.
That was good.
That was hard. No, any of the mente words, and it's really tough because I say li quite a lot. So, recently, literally. So that's why I was struggle with literalmente. I struggle with all of that. I just get them out. Literalmente.
Sí.
Especialmente. No.
Especialmente. Yeah. That's the word.
Okay.
Sí, lo que me ayuda mucho es ver las palabras cuando estoy intentando decirlo porque necesito las palabras para visualizarlo y es por eso que estoy aprendiendo cómo decir las palabras. Sí.
Muy bien.
Mis palabras al mismo, como palabras como con el ending mente. Y hay mucha más, palabras, sí. Hay muchas más palabras que ahora no me recuerdo, pero sí hay muchas. Básicamente las palabras larguísimos.
Yeah.
Es como
lost halfway through.
una trabalengua.
Yeah. ¿Trabajalenguas o trabalenguas?
Como tongue twister.
Yeah.
I feel like my mouth gives up halfway through and I'm just like, oh, let's hope for the best.
I'm so done. I have the opposite problem porque en realidad hablo bien rápido. Así que I would try to say the word and get tongue-tied because I've tried to say it too fast and I don't actually know the word yet. So I have the opposite problem. Pero para mí, las palabras más difíciles son refrigerador por las letras refrigerador y...
As in nevera?
Sí, nevera. I use the word nevera porque refrigerador
It's
is
long,
really hard for me.
It's hard in English,
say.
bro.
Sí. Y la otra es sonreír.
Sonreír.
I can't say that. Literally,
Sonreír.
me cuesta para decirlo.
Sí.
No me sale para nada.
No te sale.
Yeah, it really doesn't want to leave my mouth. Pero cuando hay yo no sé si es una o un R en el medio de una palabra, me cuesta mucho decirlo.
A mí me encanta, corre.
Sí, pero si hay
Corre.
doble R, está bien.
Sí.
Pero si hay un A con otra letra, como sonreír, no puedo decirlo sin pensar y pausar.
Sonreír.
Sonreír.
Okay.
Así que ahora mismo digo sonreír.
Okay.
I just cut the N completely. Sonreír.
Sí, sonreír.
Wait, you understood?
Sí.
So.
Sí.
Pero refrigerador, it really, every time. So I've just, nevera, está en la nevera.
Is it you that wanted to...
Listen, no. Vamos a hablar de eso.
¿Qué?
Vamos a hablar de eso.
Your
Sí,
hijo o
me encanta la palabra nevera. Y pienso que suena muy, muy, muy preciosa, muy bonita, pero no me gusta el significado porque significa fridge, right? Pero me encanta la palabra nevera, so I would have called mi hija, claro, nevera.
No, mi hijo.
¿En serio?
No mi hijo, pero mi hija nevera, pero especialmente porque ellas van a entender español. No puedo llamarla nevera.
Wow. Imagine going to school. What's your name? Fridge.
Like, I can't do that to her. Pero me encanta esa palabra y pienso, no suena bien. Does it not sound good?
Sí, pero no como por un niño.
No, es por eso que no puedo decirlo.
I understand that. Para mí, es semana. And I just can't name my child
Exactly,
week.
week.
I can't. But semana, I've loved that since it was one of the first.
Semana. No.
I can't.
Semana. La.
I actually cannot.
Semana. Semi.
Oh, can you imagine?
No, sorry, that's actually cute.
No.
Semi.
Por favor.
No, I love
Mana.
Mana from heaven.
Desde los cielos.
¡El cielo!
I can't.
Gracias.
can't.
Gloria a Dios.
El
No, I
padre.
can't. But I love it. I love the word nevera. I love it, but I just can't
can't
do that
do
to my child.
Maybe a middle name? No, I'm joking.
Can you imagine?
A nickname.
Do you know what? I would have, pero entiendo ¿cómo se dice? La importancia de las palabras. Y solamente por eso
Especially as
no puedo
Christians.
that
Especially
is literally the only reason.
Yeah.
If I didn't understand the importance of words, I would definitely, even just for a nickname, I would have called her Nevera because I love the
But she will not be called in Jesus' name.
No, she
En
won't.
el santo nombre de Cristo Jesús.
Amén.
No, it won't.
Aleluya.
La última pregunta en español es ¿cómo? Pues, espera.
Espera.
¿Cómo se describe?
Como español con africano y todo.
¿Cómo se describirían?
Sí, it's hard, isn't it?
Sí, es difícil. Describirían,
difícil.
así es. ¿Cómo se describirían el uno al otro o una al otra en una palabra.
¿Solo una?
Solo
una palabra.
Una palabra.
Tengo mis palabras.
Pues,
Ding, ding, ding.
I'll give you all a second to think.
Oh,
Okay.
yo ya tengo mis palabras también.
¿Sí?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo también.
Sí.
Okay.
Sí.
Por ayo, diligente.
Oh.
Porque, like, she goes for it.
Sí.
She works hard. Trabaja. I forgot the word. Trabajador. There we go.
Dora.
Maybe add more. Trabajadora.
Ok, bueno.
Trabajar.
Dora.
Trabajador.
Yeah.
¿Esto bien?
Trabajadora.
Yeah.
Trabajadora.
Sí, así es.
Like, I think you work really hard and you just, like, if you have a goal, you go for it. You do it. You
That's
get
really
that
good.
done. Y Diane, divertida. Honestly, you're fun to be around and you literally crack me up. So,
Gracias, mi amor.
sí, both words.
Gracias.
Qué bonito, gracias.
Gracias, de verdad.
Y mis palabras, ok, por Paula, muy creativa. Ella tiene sus habilidades de ser muy creativa en una manera que con tus uñas también, con your nails.
Oh, sí. My
uñas,
what?
sí, uñas.
Sí.
Por ejemplo, con su trabajo, con todo, con su pelo también.
Sí.
A veces ella tiene sus braids.
Trenzas.
Trenzas, gracias. A veces con sus ropas y todo eso.
Gracias.
Me encanta, muy creativa.
Gracias.
Y como Diane, tengo dos palabras. Porque es
Hyphenated.
Sí. Como CEO lógica. Como ella es muy... Ok, yo sé ahora, estoy aprendiendo más sobre ella, entonces sé que ella es muy creativa, pero su creatividad es muy como necesito saber más de Diane para entender su creativo, pero ella es muy como organizada, muy como, ok, necesitamos hacer esto en esta manera, necesitamos escribir esto, necesitamos hacer en una manera muy lógica, pero es que necesito, sí, ok, punto A, punto B, y etcétera, y es por eso que CEO lógico.
Gracias.
And I think because of who we are, you're needed.
Sí.
You're very needed.
Sí, gracias. Pues mis palabras para ello es, como tú dijiste, trabajadora, pero bien enfocada. Bien enfocada. Ella sabe exactamente lo que quiere de la vida y va, nada más. Y me encanta que no tienes dudas en lo que quieres hacer. Y es como tú piensas, ok, sí, quiero hacer esto, está en mi vida y voy a hacerlo. Voy a lograr, voy a dominar, no hay duda, no hay otra opción. Me encanta eso de ti, de verdad. Y para Paula, mi palabra para ella es amable, pero no en la manera de, ella es bien kind. No, es bien welcoming. Porque,
that's so nice.
no, de verdad. Y siempre recuerdo la primera llamada que hemos tenido, ¿hemos tenido? No es hemos tenido. It's the first conversation we had. I just can't remember the conjugation right now.
Real.
Sí, I can't remember the conjugation. Y estábamos hablando y estaba como, yo no sé cómo ella va a tomar la conversación porque we hadn't spoken at all. And it was very much out of the blue that I had contacted you. Pero tu energía y tu carácter es bien, bien amable. Y yo no siento que necesito guardar como soy cuando estamos juntas. Es del principio estaba como, siento bien cómoda. No necesito controlarme, no necesito poner, sí, una pared o nada de eso.
Gracias.
No, bien, bien amable.
Gracias.
¡Qué bonito!
¡Qué bonito!
¡Qué hermoso!
Qué
Yeah.
bonito.
I love that.
Hermosas Chicas Negras.
That's so sweet.
I love that for us. Pues, those were the Spanish questions. Now we have some questions from our audience, la comunidad, la familia.
Sí.
Gracias a todos that
Gracias.
submitted questions.
Sí.
So we are going to go through with those questions. Dame un segundo porque necesito encontrarlos.
Un segundito.
Sí,
Todo.
todo esito con ella.
Sí.
Todo.
Solo todo es.
Todo, literalmente.
Vale. Ok. Pues, vamos a empezar. Sorry, we're gonna start. We're gonna start with the Oh, I like this question. We're gonna start with this one. Okay. How do you guys stay consistent learning Spanish? And this is from Modupe.
Accountability in la comunidad, with my friends, with mis amigos, amigas. Yeah, literally just checking in with you guys and so how's y'all Spanish going? And then just talking and then getting back on it.
Sí, al mismo. Y, okay, en inglés.
Yeah, literally. It's hard to actually switch now.
Vamos a cambiar. Okay, so, not me with the American accent.
Okay, so... You know what he said? Okay, how they say it in Spanish.
Okay,
And then
So I would say, yeah, same accountability. I would also say knowing myself so that I know what drives me. So because I recognize that I am very much a visionary, the possibility of a thing really can get me excited. But then when it comes to the nitty gritty of it, that's where accountability comes in. And then also for me, I found paying a coach, for example, and that's only because I had a very specific goal to do a workshop in Spanish, but I found paying a coach to help me be consistent. Because listen, I'm paying £20 a lesson. I'm not trying to let that £20 go down the drain. And that helped me be consistent because, you know, we'd have a lesson and then she's like, okay, so, you know, how have you been? And it's just like, oh, right, man, like I actually need to come to lessons prepared. So that has been one of the many things that have helped me. No,
that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm going to kind of go against the grain here and tell you the truth. I don't. I really don't. Like, consistency is something that I personally have struggled with my own journey. But I would say, much like Ayo and Paula, it's been just the community around me that kind of keeps me accountable to continuing. And I think I've had to get used to the idea of, okay, I've stopped, I'm going to start again. It's not even I'm going to start again, I'm going to continue. Because you're not starting again, you're just continuing from a new place. So I would say, honestly, to be very honest and transparent, I'm not always consistent with my Spanish. However, having a community to fall back on and understanding your why is really, really important. So I would say.
Really and thank you so much for saying that, because you just reminded me, my consistency came really like during the pandemic time. Like I just went up, but before then I wasn't. So it's also acknowledging that there's seasons. Like it's gonna be ebbs and flows. Like you're finding out about yourself as you're on this journey. So it's not gonna be all the time you're consistent, because you might speak to me next year and it's just like, yo, do you know all I'm doing in Spanish is I don't have no workshops, I'm just reading my Bible. Like, you know, so it's just understanding that there are ups and downs in this.
That's
in
good.
This, yeah.
Sorry, just to piggyback off of that one time. Consistency in every season will look different.
Yes. No. Necesitamos hacer más alta. Por favor.
No, seriously. Consistency will look different in different seasons. Like you said, consistency in one season will be being with a tutor, being with a coach, an hour every week. In other seasons, it will look like reading your Bible every day. Absolutely. It may look like watching 20 minutes of a show every day. Absolutely. It literally depends on the season that you're in. Absolutely. So go in with that mindset and you'll realize that you're actually a lot more consistent than you think you are.
Así es.
Right. Thank you so much for your question. Modupe. Next question, also by Modupe, is what was the hardest part about developing your speaking?
Fear, bruv. I was scared.
Yes.
I was really nervous about speaking. I still get nervous, but I think I was just terrified of like opening my mouth. And then also at the beginning of my journey, before I met the ladies, I literally just didn't have anyone to speak with. So an issue with my speaking was I would literally just speak out loud in my apartment by myself. So I just didn't want to do that, and I just wouldn't really talk.
Yeah, that's good.
Definitely check out the episode where we speak about fear, because that's actually a season 1, episode 4.
That's you need a specific episode.
She was ready. She came prepared.
That was the check out that one, because we go into detail that one, but I would say the question was, remind me, what was the
hardest part about developing your speaking?
Developing my speaking was overcoming or deconstructing in my mind what I thought fluency was, and understanding that I am fluent in most things. But as you saw at the beginning, like as we were and ahhing and putting in Spanglish in there, it's like we are on this journey as well. So in terms of speaking, like I thought when I said speaking, like everything I could do in English, I should automatically be able to do in Spanish. And that was a big hurdle. So the way I've overcome it is actually defining what fluency is to me, what fluency is in a certain season, and no longer using Spanish native speakers as my bar. Because it's like me comparing myself to somebody who is 50 years old and I am 2 years old in the game. Like, it's just, that's not the right parameter. Parameter, that one, Sha. That one is not the right, that word. So it's benchmark, like benchmark. There we go. So once I understood like what I'm actually benching it on, it allowed me and it empowered me to speak more. And then I had my why of why I'm doing this fueling me as well.
Yeah, that's really good. I would say similar to Paula, my biggest issue or the hardest part about developing my speaking was fear, just because I wanted to be perfect off the bat, and not to be harsh, but that's very illogical. It doesn't make sense. In the same way that when you're children, you don't speak perfectly. None of us grew up speaking perfectly. So that was the hardest part, and just breaking that mindset that you don't have to be perfect in order to start, but you have to start in order to get to a perfect level of Spanish.
So, and let's even change it to get to a progressive level of Spanish, because really perfection is always so subjective.
100%. Jasmine asks about overcoming struggles in language learning, like having no one to practice with.
Oh, that's a good question. And we actually go into further detail in season 2, episode 3, where we really talk about language learning struggles, #language learning struggles. But I think that a lot of our struggles can actually be overcome by searching out the answers. And we've also like been big advocates for the fact that you can probably find a community for anything online. So actively looking for that community, if you don't necessarily have it around you, can be done online. It's a little bit difficult, but I think the active part is going to search and to find. And then when you find that, then you can actually start to solve some of those problems yourself.
That's really good.
Absolutely. I just jump on that as well and just say we go deeper into this in the one where we speak about, can you learn Spanish in the UK, or do you have to move to a predominantly Spanish speaking country? Like we give details in terms of in that episode as well. So I definitely recommend checking that out as well.
So those are episodes 3 and 4 for those who do not know. I honestly would say the same as these two lovely ladies over here. And I guess specifically, Jasmine, if your question is about having no one to practice with, apps have been great for myself, and I'm sure I know Paula also was a big user of apps. So apps.
And yourself as well. You are a resource in that
Speak
mirror.
Good.
En voz alta.
Guys,
recording yourself.
I was literally gonna say, you already know I'd be talking to myself on the phone, pretending like somebody there is there and they're not. Use yourself. That's so good.
And that's from the perspective of like building confidence. And then of course the stuff that we speak about in the other episodes in terms of other individuals, because we do want to be corrected and have access, blah, blah, blah. But yourself as well.
That's really, really good. Okay. And then the last question is from Michelle, and she asks about our favorite food combo.
I love
todo comida.
I'm so done. She said all of the food. All of the food.
Food combos. So not cuisines.
She said fave food combo.
Like salty sweet, or is that what she means?
I don't know if girl.
I like salty sweet popcorn. I don't know what you mean by combo, you know?
To be honest, I'm thinking more like type of food. Like, would you have fish and chips? Would you have fish and sweet potato? Would you? I don't know. That's what I'm understanding food combo to be.
Okay, I have 2 like carbs or sides that I'll have with anything. Potatoes.
What type?
Anything. Like chips. Give me like any type of potato. I'll do on the side. Like I'll go to, it's so bad, I'll go to any restaurant and be like, do they have chips on the menu? Like, we went to Las Iguanas. I was like, do they have chips? Like I'm always like chips on the side. Or pancakes. Hear me out. I'm gluten intolerant, so I don't really have like bread that much. So I make a lot of pancakes myself, and I'll like because you're using gluten-free flour, and I'll keep the batter in the fridge. So I often will have like, if you're making like, you know, eggs on toast, I'll do like eggs and pancakes. Or if you're doing like a fry up, I'll do it with pancakes instead, or stuff like that. Like I'll literally essentially use it as sweet bread. So
I love that.
Anything.
Oh, brioche. I love, when you say sweet bread, I love a
brioche.
brioche.
I don't love a brioche.
You don't love brioche?
Oh, my days.
I don't.
Wow.
Let's not even get into that, because that will now be another segue.
Masrara.
I cannot.
You told me this word and it's never going.
My favorite food combo, I don't particularly have one. When I do go to a buffet, I love to have different things, but I won't like put them all on top of each other. I want them like, you know, separate. Like, you know, like when we went to Las Iguanas and we had the like the nachos. I love
that was
like
cracking me up.
When she said, she was like, should I put everything on? I was like, no. I want them in separate
containers.
separate.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's like when I say combo, like trying different things, so I can see what two work together. So yeah, that's as cool. Far as I'd go in terms of.
I guess the only thing that I can think of as far as combo is, we were talking about this the other day. For example, like, you know, with McDonald's breakfast, when you get the pancakes, the sausage and the pancake, but I don't like to eat them separately. I like to have the sausage part with the pancake and put both of them in the syrup.
Yeah. That breakfast slaps.
Father, that's such a random thing.
I love it. I love
it's
love
like
it.
A burger, innit?
Yeah.
It slaps.
Yes. That's what I mean by I eat pancakes with everything. I'll do that. I'll do like
I love it.
Meat.
Yeah.
Slaps.
Love it. Yeah. I think déjame ver.
See?
That is our last question for the Q&A of this bonus episode.
Thank you for getting involved. Thank you for sending in your preguntas.
¿Qué más?
Socials.
This is the final episode for season 2, by the way. So as Deanne is going to let us know more about in just a moment, like when we go into the next season, we want to incorporate more of your questions. So please do share your questions with us. Is there anything else that you want to add,
Of course. So when you are sharing your questions with us, please do use the hashtag HCN podcast. If you are commenting, whether it be on YouTube or on Instagram or on Facebook, if you're still a Facebook user, because we are on Facebook, please use the hashtag HCN podcast. If there's any tips that you need, any struggles that you're dealing with, please use the hashtag language learning struggles. And we'll be sure to answer your question both in the comments, and if you're lucky, do a whole episode just for you.
Yes, ma'am.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so while you're doing that, make sure you are following us on Instagram, Facebook, on Spotify, YouTube, wherever you are listening or watching to this, watching this on. We're at Hermosas Chicas Negras. Like Deanne said, if you are trying to interact with us, you can always DM us or drop a little comment. We love to hear from you. Make sure to leave a 5-star rating if you are listening on Spotify or anywhere where you can leave a rating. It helps us out a lot. The algorithm learns that you enjoy it and will hopefully push us to more language learning people as well.
Yeah. And lastly, we want to encourage you to please join the community. So as it stands at the moment, we have a newsletter. We aren't sending you weekly information as it stands, but we do want to be able to have your email address so we can share things with you, whether it be us going on an Instagram live, some resources, any events that we might be at, just anything. So do join our HCN community newsletter as well. But that is all for this season.
Wow.
Woo! And we will see you on Instagram. But for now,
ciao.